Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at a new box set featuring the music of Stevie Nicks, the complete studio albums and rarities. Now this came out at the end of July. There's a CD box set and there's a limited edition vinyl box set which is actually only available via Rhino channels. That's what we're looking at here. The reason I'm showing you the cardboard box is because this is one of these box sets where they extend the design beyond the actual box set itself and put graphics and logos, etc. on the actual packing box, which is happening more and more these days. It happened with Blondie. I remember it happened with Sign of the Times a few years ago, Prince. It's quite a kind of interesting thing to do. The only problem is you have to kind of decide, is it a bit much to keep this out of box, or do you just throw it away? You know, my Blondie one is kicking around somewhere and I keep being asked, what are you doing with this thing? And it's like, it's just an extra storage concern, but I don't actually think they're expecting you to keep them, but I know that some people probably will. But anyway, this is the outer box. I thought it'd be worth looking at. Of course, you flip it up, very well packaged, no damage. I mean, this is the, when they put vinyl boxes in these foam things, you kind of know it's always going to be okay. So let's lift this box out and take a proper look. So here we go, this is the actual box itself. It's a pretty lavish affair. An outer slipcase, it's an inner drawer here which you pull out. We've got some spot varnishing going on here with the, you can see there the image of Stevie and the type as well. A nice spine to it. Peaks the image on the front. Stevie Nicks complete studio albums and rarities. And then the back, that's a good summary of what's in the box set. So we've got basically 8 studio albums if you include the 24 karat gold album there, and then there's a rarities at the end which we'll have a look at. So that's nine albums. And it's 16, I believe, vinyl LPs. Obviously some of these will be doubles. These are numbered as well, so you can see they're limited to 3,000 units. So if we pull this out, then here's this nice kind of inner drawer. Stevie Nicks. Colours are very nice. It's just really well presented. You've got to acknowledge that. Yes, this is the outer slipcase with nothing in it, and then it's just a case of going through the albums. There's no extra books or anything like that, but the albums are quite well presented. So starting with Belladonna, this is Stevie Nicks' 1981 debut album. Very big success, especially in America. I mean, one thing when you look at Stevie Nicks' career, I mean, especially me being from the UK, she never really had any hits in the UK. She did have one in 1989, but she had massive hit singles and hit albums in America. But that didn't really translate to the UK especially, which is weird because Fleetwood Mac were obviously a very successful band. But Stevie Nicks is a very US-centric sort of success, if you like. This is Jimmy Iovine who produced this record. Stop Dragging My Heart Around was the big hit single written by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And yeah, all the records in this set are pressed on clear vinyl. So that's one of the little attractions. There is no black vinyl version. It's clear vinyl or nothing. Stop Dragging My Heart Around. That was a very big hit in America, got to number 3. And that's the first album in this box set. The Wild Heart is a couple of years later, 83. Still Jimmy Iovine working on the production side of things. Stand Back was the big hit single in America. Again, no hits in the UK. So there's an insert here with lyrics. Of course, this is when Fleetwood Mac, Mirage had come out and they were on a kind of hiatus. So Stevie Nicks had lots of time to focus on her solo material. Rock a Little, 1985. Third solo album. Another hit album, another hit single with Talk to Me. Jimmy Iovine still working on the production side of things. And there's the record itself. Clear vinyl looks really good. I mean, you don't get the variety. If it was multicoloured, you get more variety, but you'd also get some dodgy colours. At least with clear vinyl, it's consistent all the way through. So now, 1989, this is an interesting one. The other side of the mirror. Gatefold. and this is over 2 records. There's an insert with the lyrics. This is Rupert Hine produced this album, so she's working with a different producer now. It's a 2 LP set. These are polylined sleeves, by the way. Got an interesting story about this record because Rupert Hine's Farmyard Studios was in a village called Little Chalfont in Buckinghamshire. And it was quite near where I went to school. We used to live in that kind of area. And a school friend of mine, we'd all finished our A-levels and gone off to university or gone out to get a job or whatever. But it's this guy called Derek Murphy, schoolmate of mine, and he was mad into music. He played guitar, bass, whatever. And he went to work at Rupert Hine's studio to be a kind of trainee assistant engineer. And I remember him telling us in the pub very proudly that he was working on the new Stevie Nicks album. His name was Derek Murphy, this guy. And he actually plays bass on one of these records. I was looking at the credits the other night. Yeah, here it is. I was trying to remember which track it was. I don't know if you can see that there. But Fire Burning is the track. So Derek Murphy, he was kind of assistant engineer on some of the tracks that were done in the UK in Rupert Hine's Farmyard Studios. So they had to redo the bass or something, and he was at hand and he played bass. So he ended up being on this record, which was obviously really impressive to us. He later changed his name by deed poll to Derek McCartney, this guy, because he was mad on the Beatles. I'm not sure what he's up to these days. I think last I heard he was travelling around a bit of a nomadic kind of lifestyle. This was quite a big success, this record. The Rooms on Fire was a hit single in the UK. It's really her only sort of big-ish hit in the UK. It got to number 16. Coincidentally, it was number 16 in America as well. But I think part of the reason this was so successful was it came after Fleetwood Mac's Tango in the Night, which had been a massive, massive success. So I think there is definitely an element of benefiting from the sort of halo effect of that Fleetwood Mac record. Street Angel, this is from 1994. This is the first time this record's been on vinyl. In fact, the next 3 albums in this box set is vinyl debuts for those records. That's something worth noting. This is the start of the kind of era where Stevie Nicks is no longer really having massive hits, and I think she just left Fleetwood Mac around this time, so a bit of turmoil going on. Another 2 record set, and then it'd be another 7 years to the next record, Trouble in Shangri-La. This is an album where Sheryl Crow got involved, co-wrote some songs, helped produce some songs. I think the 2 women became firm friends. Again, first time this has been on vinyl. So there's an insert, there's Sheryl Crow there. David Kahn also produces on the records. He worked with Paul McCartney on Driving Rain and Memory Almost Full. Clear vinyl. Another 2 LP set. The records kind of get longer, don't they? Get into the sort of CD era, if you like. So In Your Dreams, this is from 2011, another vinyl debut. As you can see by this picture, Dave Stewart worked on this record along with Glenn Ballard. Yeah, I mean, Dave Stewart and Stevie Nicks, they went way back. In fact, Dave talks of some encounters he had with Stevie Nicks in the early days in his autobiography from a few years ago. Another 2 LP set. Polyline sleeves. And then this is a reasonably recent one, 2014 this came out, 24 karat gold, Songs from the Vault. What she did was she went back to old songs, old demos, things that had never come out, and recorded them properly for this compilation album of sorts. I mean, nothing had been released before in this form. Another 2 LP set, very nice spread here of pictures from the old days. In fact, there is her and Dave Stewart. I was saying that they'd known each other for a long time. So yeah, I think this did quite well, this record. Another 2 LP set. You can see the label there is the Reprise Records label. And then second record is there. Now to finish off, this is going to be a big attraction in terms of this box set for collectors, and this is a Rarities double vinyl collection. It's not a gatefold, this. It's 3 LPs. I say double vinyl. There you go. It's a 3 LP set in a wide spined sleeve. And yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of records on here. There's 23 songs on here, which is pretty generous. Lots of them are from soundtracks or their B-sides. I mean, this is from the soundtrack to American Anthem, Party of Five, Practical Magic. You know, Stevie Nicks did a lot of songs for soundtracks over the years. So that's all been gathered up, various B-sides, etc. Really nice cover after all those, you know, colourful covers of her in frilly dresses spinning around and all that. It's quite nice to get something a bit different. So yeah, really liking this Rarities set. Of course, I'm sure fans will be desperately hoping that Rhino put this out as a standalone release, but I'm not sure that's very likely. So yeah, this is the only triple LP set in the package. So very nice job with the packaging. You know, 3 of these albums, well 4 if you count the Rarities ones, kind of new to vinyl. And as I say, I think they've done a fantastic job. I mean, it's not cheap, this box set, but they've done a very good job with the packaging. So if you're a vinyl collector, you're a Fleetwood Mac or a Stevie Nicks fan, then I think this is pretty desirable. So I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing video, this look at Stevie Nicks' complete studio albums and rarities collection. This is the special vinyl edition, which is only available via Rhino and Warner Records channels. If you have enjoyed the video, why not subscribe to the Super Deluxe Edition YouTube channel for more great physical music unboxed. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.